Steven,
Emmanuel.
your genuine self. Sky Lounge, January 23rd,
2020.
2020. This is the opening podcast discussing. Don't really have too much direction. I guess structure. Kind of have direction, I guess. My bad.
No structure.
No structure. But we do want to discuss various topics, all centered around whatever energy flows towards the Sky Lounge.
Yeah. Today we want to talk about a topic near and dear to our hearts. It's about a word you hear all the time, a theme you hear all the time. You hear it from your parents, you hear it from authority figures, you hear it from finance people, you hear it from your friends. It's a word that's fundamental to every goal, every dream, every wish, every desire, every plan. It's called saving.
Yikes.
Sounds boring, but it's one of the most fundamental concepts that separate those who will from those who won't.
Okay. Well, since we're gonna talk about savings, let's take a direction. Let's pinpoint the reason why we want to discuss saving. What experiences have happened since you and I are in a practice together, and we come across a number of people? Why is saving one of the things that we want to discuss today?
It's, man, so many layers to it. So many layers. I would say personally, it's been a struggle my entire adult life. Probably is rooted in my childhood. But not to go there just yet. It's been a journey like everything else. So this isn't to get down,
Of course not.
to be depressed, but it is to shed light on the very thing that everybody wants to skip over, but it's the very thing that you need to do anything else, which is save. And I believe we're having this conversation right now because of all of the meetings, all of the people we've met, all of the dreams and goals that we've helped people accomplish, strive for, whatever you want to call it. It's always come back to, are you saving or are you not? I almost want to make that a t-shirt.
What are you saving for?
Plug in Jennifer Love Hewitt.
It's interesting because we've done the financial pyramid a number of times, and and then under the financial pyramid we do the buffer, like the mode, and saving the emergency fund or saving for whatever buckets for whatever goals that we do. It has become more than just a marker that you put to a whiteboard, more than a Sharpie you put towards a poster board, more than just a pen you put towards a paper or your fingertips to the notepad. It's like, this is literally the driving force to your legacy. This behavior is the driving force to your legacy. And we've seen it a number of times. Personally, in my experiences, I've seen it. So it's really interesting. My thing is, why is it that most people know they're saving? And I'm asking myself this: why is it most people know they're saving, but they don't do it? I know.
That's actually a great point. It's I'm thinking about my younger self, and it's like I knew to save, but what I did not save. To me, saving is the financial equivalent of eating healthy and going to the gym.
Yeah.
Everybody knows to do it. Very select few actually see it through. So,
Yeah.
but to me, if we were going to talk about a financial topic on a podcast, we'd be doing you a disservice to jump into investments. We'd be doing you a disservice to jump into real estate, to jump into alternative investments, art, minerals, gold, silver, all those different investment options. It still boils down to, are you saving or are you not?
All right. Well, then give me a scenario of when. Well, let's have two scenarios. Scenario of when one person saved, went and had a career in investing, and then someone who had a career investing but didn't save for.
It depends. I mean, life, that's the beauty of life, is varied. It's the same, but it's also varied. So it depends what happened to them in their lives. Rarely do you see someone who invests that doesn't save.
Good point.
So to me, investment is. To me, investments is like the plant that grows from the ground. Saving is the soil, the water, and the seed. You give it time, you put it in the right situation, describe an investment vehicle, you let it give it time to grow, it grows. But for me to go through and talk to you about plants, and you don't even have your soil right, you don't even have the seeds, and you don't have the water, then what are we really talking about? We're having a conversation. It's good to talk about it. You need to know what investment options are out there. So don't get discouraged. Again, this isn't about discouraging people. It's to bring people back to the basics. Because if we look at the statistics for what's going on in America, we're in the biggest bull market of our lives. But savings are at an all-time low. I think that's a recipe for disaster.
Sounds like it. And the reason why I asked the question that I did is Warren Buffett likes to say you want to buy one that's blood in the street, and everybody else is, what he said, running.
Yeah, be fearful when everyone's everyone's bullish and optimistic.
Exactly. So you pretty much do the exact opposite of what the masses is doing when it comes to.
But even that's my point. It's like
If
before we even get to that point, are you saving?
Exactly. So my point is this: if we're in a very bullish market, right, and investments are going good, but you don't have a proper account that's saved, you don't have a proper saving account, and there was a correction in the market or whatever the case may be, or there was an opportune time for you to buy when there's blood in the street, you can't take advantage of that. You're actually the exact opposite. You're the one who's going to need liquidity.
And chances are you're not even invested if you didn't save in the first place. So that's another misconception is that everybody's investing. No, they're not. We're on the longest bull run in history.
My bad, bull run.
Bull run. Yeah, you did. But for everybody out there listening, raise your hand if you actually participated in that bull. Just because America went through it doesn't mean you went through it. So I guess that's what I'm trying to get at through personal story. March 2009 was the bottom of the market. So if you started to invest around that time, you would have seen upwards of 300% return over the last decade. The problem with that is most of America did not participate in that run. And the question we always come back to is, why? And I'm only using personal experience from myself and others that we work with. It usually comes down to, are you saving or are you not? And that's where I think as a society we need to start, which is, why aren't we saving?
I guess what we'll do is just allow whoever listens to this to give us their feedback on why they're not saving. Next time we come back, we'll have a topic around some of those things.
Yeah.
I have my opinions and my reasoning for why, but I definitely want to hear back from our Instagram following, YouTube following, families and friends.
Yeah, we want to hear from you guys. And again, this is not to discourage. This is not to make you feel depressed, but this is to shed light on, to me, the most serious financial issue of our lifetime, which is no one is saving.
Yeah.
You can see it in your investment balances. You can see it in the average retirement fund. You can see it show up so many places. But everybody's jumping over the word and they want to talk about the sexy thing to do, which is investing, which is cool because you need to have knowledge. You need to give yourself goals while you save. Yeah. But everybody's jumping over the fact that you're not saving in the first place.
Because it's not how much you made, how much you keep. But making it seems to be, yeah,
it's painful.
It is, and that I know this podcast may be sounding a little somber, but this is definitely just a diagnosis of what we need to have a conversation around. It needs to be our financial therapy.
Yeah,
like it's bigger than the actual dollar.
Which is why we titled this as such, financial therapy. So what you're going to experience from us is a series of conversations that is meant to do more than just advance and improve. It's meant to heal, because there's a fundamental break in the psyche, emotion, the spirit, the understanding of capital, because nobody is saving.
Till the next time.
Till we meet again. At last, we meet again. Anybody can give me that Fresh Prince reference? You got a strong $1 coming your way.
I give you a bucket of bench shirt. You get that reference.
You get that reference. At last, we meet again.
I'll give you a bucket of bench shirt.
I'll give you a clue. Season 1.
Oh, that's bogus.
I just gave them just the season. They still gotta find the episode. I know the title of the episode too. I know the scene.
That's bogus. You just gave it away.
I'm a Fresh Prince.
You know how fast you know how fast you go through. You turn on Nigga Night right now.
Oh, come on, baby, you dogging me.
All right, guys, man.